Hi guys, it's Sean.
And Chris. So here on day 76, we're concluding a series of shorter days that internally we referred to as the montage.
The goal was to figure out a way to let you play through the passage of time.
The inspiration came from a few different places, and Sean, you can sort of correct or add as necessary. One was just obviously the cinematic concept of a montage. We thought that's just a cool way to, convey long passage of time without spending a huge amount of the player's time relative to that.
You referencing movies made me think of every sports montage ever, like every training montage, and then remembering that for like 3 weeks I was obsessed with this idea because we were trying to figure out ways to come up with new gating mechanics. And I was like, oh, there should just be like ledges and stuff that Henry isn't strong enough to pull himself up. And then inside of this montage, there should be like a part where Henry goes like underneath his tower and there's this like a support pole that goes across it. And you can just do pull-ups. And you can do pull-ups 2 or 3 times during the montage. And then by the time we get to day 76, Henry just has the strength, the upper body strength to pull himself to higher, which would explain the new gating mechanic. So it was like sports montage to the max. We would have had to get like another 80s song in the game.
Like a jock jam.
Yeah. I would have killed for a jock jam in this game. I would have given up Etta James for a jock jam in this game. Just kidding. I absolutely would not.
No.
Anyway.
Sports montages, as well as film montages, important influence here. Also, the game 30 Flights of Loving, I think. Yeah, that is a very short, like 10-minute experience. If you look it up, 30 Flights of Loving, by a guy named Brendan Chung, who's just a brilliant independent game developer. I did the music for that game, coincidentally. And that game is pretty much entirely told through a series of hard cuts out of chronological order. And when we sort of combined what we liked about that and thought would work in our game with the existing day structure that we talked about earlier, it just made sense as this sort of second act of the game. Something that I think is surprisingly rare in games. You don't see a lot of montage in video games.
No. And I kind of know why. It's technically actually
it's not even
really hard.
It is really hard. And we actually strayed from our original concept, which was much more of a montage with very quick shots. I mean, it's a stretch maybe actually to call it a montage because you play several minutes of game at a time.
There is a moment in here like where you can if you take all the food.
If you do that, you'll get a bonus.
A very
track.
Small day, and I'm sure there's a tape on that.
There is.
That is montage-y in length, but it's a technical hurdle to make a montage.
It's hard. You have to load the entire world in and out.
Yeah, suddenly. So you made like being able to cut on a beat like a montage would sort of impossible because we're loading scenes and moving you all over the map and redressing the scene every time, and you have to actually build quite a technological underpinning to do one, and I think that's maybe at the core. Something we discovered at least.
Yep.